Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel Respect Education. Today, before entering the topic, I would like to tell you a short story, right? Here, there is a person named Sai Kumar. He has a son named Srujan, right? Fine. Srujan is joined in a school. Now one day, Sai Kumar, he goes to Srujan's school to pay the fees. Then he enters the office room and he said to the office people that I am so and so, I am Srujan's father. So they will ask immediately who is Srujan. So he says that Srujan is my son, he is studying in so and so class. So he will give the details. To make it confirm, school people immediately they send message to Srujan who is in the class already, and they ask him who is Sai Kumar. He will say he is my dad. So here you observe the relation here. It is dad to son, means relation between dad and son. Here you observe in these two we can say who is elder and who is younger. Definitely here dad is elder, son is younger. In other words, we can say he is bigger whereas he is smaller, right? So here always remember that you know already dad is always bigger than son and son is always smaller than dad. So let us apply the same situation to the number system, right? See here, if I say 0 square is 0, 1 square is 1, 1 into 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, right? 4 square is 16. Here you just observe, children, you just observe. Here I am not giving any gap. See here 0, after immediately 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Here there is no gap at all. But right side you observe, here 0 square is 0, 1 square is 1, there is no gap, it is fine. But here 1 is there, 1 after immediately we reach to 4. Which integers are skipped here? See here number 2, number 3, they are skipped. Here you see 4 after immediately we got 9. Even though here there is no gap, here we got the gap. Which numbers are not there? 5, 6, 7, 8, these numbers are not there. Same way here 10 to 15, those numbers are not there. Here you need to understand a small thing, children. See, I have told you already this is smaller, this is bigger. Bigger number is always called square. Bigger number is always called square. Smaller number is called square root. Smaller number is called square root. So here you just apply that knowledge. Here you can easily say here 0's square is 0. 0's square is 0. So here in these two, which is smaller? Here in this situation it is difficult to compare 0 and 0 equal, here 1 and 1 equal. Let us come back to this example, 2 square and 4. Who is smaller here? See number wise you see 2 is smaller whereas 4 is bigger. I write here, see in 2 square 2 is smaller and 4 is bigger. Is it clear? As I have told you, bigger one is square, so 4 is square of 2. 4 is square of 2, or in other words we can say square root of 4 is 2. Clear? Here you see, here this 2 is nothing but son. So here 2 is nothing but son. Son's square is father. So this is the list of dad and this is the list of child, or here I took son. So here son, right? Now here you observe children, you can think that 4 is dad of 2, 9 is dad of 3, 16 is dad of 4, right? Here you observe clearly, no gap is given. Here you can ask me doubt, how 0 will be dad of 0 and 1 is dad of 1. Here you just imagine, it may be true or may not be true. Just I give the example to make you the concept easier. And one more thing, just imagine that dad and son both have the same names. There are certain people are there, their names may be matched. Same way here, 1 square is 1, their names are matched. Right? Here father name is Sai Kumar. Just imagine that his son's name is also Sai Kumar. Like that. So just imagine, right? So here 2 square is 4. Here the thing is that 2 square is 4 means son's square is dad. Can we say like this? Or in other words, you can say square of son is dad. So square root of dad is son. Square root of dad is son. In this also, why can't we say? So here you see, square root of 0 is 0, square root of 1 is 1, square root of 4, see here dad values I am taking children, is 2, square root of 9 is 3, square root of 16 is 4, right? Here one thing I would like to confirm you at this moment, here you just observe. In fact, we say root 1 square root of 1 is 1, but here you do remember children, this one has, okay, 2 kids, or we can say it has only 1 kid with 2 qualities, positive qualities, negative qualities, both are common in a person. Okay, so here 2 is there, here positive 2, it has some negative qualities. Okay, so plus or minus 2, same here plus or minus 3, plus or minus 4. But you see in school, whenever if anybody questions you, what is root 4? Immediately you will say 2. Some children, not all. So some children they may give response, they may respond as 2. But you do remember children here the thing is that it is not simply 2 children, it is plus or minus 2. The thing is that we accept only positive attitude, but it has some negative attitude also. The thing is that, see, best example I will give you, whenever new phone comes in the market, while unboxing they say these are the pros and these are the cons, these are the advantages, these are the disadvantages, both are to be accepted. Is it clear children? Here we need to give equal importance for plus 2 and minus 2 also. Now onwards, whenever teacher asks you that what is root 4, you have to say that plus or minus 2. You don't simply say plus 2. Is it clear? So here same way root 9 is plus or minus 3. Root 16 is plus or minus 4. Again you come back to this particular example. Now here you came to know that here 0 square is 0, so 0 has square root, that is 0, 1 has square root, that is 1, whereas here some numbers are there children. You observe here root 2, here the corresponding value is not here. Are you following me? Here root 1 is 1, in fact it is plus or minus 1, so let us take it as 1 here for make you to understand this concept. Here root 1 is 1, root 4 is 2, but here 2 and 3, we left them. We have left them because they do not have perfect square roots. Hope you are understanding. So here root 2 it does not have perfect square root. Here 2 is dad, so he does not have a child. Means here you please don't misunderstand me, that I will give a small example. See, every person, or we can say yes, every person will have dad. Without dad there is no birth. Okay, so dad is next to God. So here we can say that every son definitely will have a dad. He may be alive or dead, that is okay, that is secondary thing. Now here, but it is not compulsory that every person should have son. There are so many people, children, okay, they are childless. I am sorry, I am not going to point out this. Okay, so we will stop here. Now let us come back here. See, this 2 it does not have square root, this 3 it does not have square root, means in fact they have square root children. You don't think that it does not have square root. Root 2 is 1.414, so on. root 3 is 1.732, so on. You do not please underestimate them. They have the square roots, but their square root is not perfect integer. Is it clear? So here you see root 1, it can say plus or minus 1 strongly, but whereas root 4 strongly it can say plus or minus 2, whereas root 2, root 3, they have these kind of values. So here what happens, whenever you are selecting 0, when you are selecting 1, selecting 4, selecting 9, immediately they get, you know, irritation. Root 2 gets irritation, why am I not selected? Root 3 gets irritation, why am I not selected? In this group, this all will be joined. Root 5 gets irritation, root 6 gets irritation, root 7 gets irritation, root 8 gets irritation. The numbers, all these numbers get irritation. Irritation becomes slowly irration. So here these all the numbers are called irrational numbers, right? So here simply children, you believe that 2 is not irrational number, root 2 is irrational number, root 3 is irrational number, root 4 is not irrational number, because root 4 it has perfect square roots plus or minus 2. Hope you understand. So today's our topic is irrational numbers. So today we are going to discuss irrational numbers, right? Fine. We have seen earlier that 0, square root of 0 is 0. In fact, it is plus or minus 0. Okay, 0 plus 0 or minus 0 both are same. We can say 0 itself. Root 1 is plus or minus 1, whereas root 2. So root 2, again root 3. So root 4 it is plus or minus 2. So let us leave it. Root 5, same, root 6, root 7 and so on. These are all irrational numbers. But the thing is that here children, if anyone asks you, prove that root 2 is an irrational number, simply you should not say children, the thing what you should not say, I am saying, root 2 it does not have perfect square roots, that's why it is an irrational number, so it is somehow acceptable. But especially you are in 10th class where you need a descriptive answer, so if you just write in only one line, you may not be getting more marks, don't expect. So here the thing is that now I will tell you how to prove root 2 is an irrational number, right? Now let us see the first question of this topic. Prove that root 2 is an irrational number. See here, I would like to tell you a small thing children. This question, especially prove that root 2 is an irrational number, this is a hard concept for learning the other concepts. So how much heart is important to a person, same way this proving of root 2 is very important, and it has that much significance, okay, to get the other values also, means other proofs also. Like, you know, if I say root 2 is an irrational number, so you can easily try root 3 is an irrational number, root 5 is an irrational number, root 7 is an irrational number. Very simple children. Wherever I say 2, you just replace 2 with 3 or 5 or 7, whatever number you want. So here all of you listen very carefully. Here I will say step by step, with which you need to try other proofs your own children. Okay, it is really easy. Let us try now without wasting much time. So here let us start it. Actually our target is to prove root 2 is an irrational number. So we take, if possible, suppose that root 2 is not an irrational number. So actually we have to prove it is an irrational, but we are taking it is not an irrational number. So if it is not an irrational number, it might be definitely rational number. So we are taking this as root 2 is a rational number. If possible, suppose that root 2 is rational, or you can write it is a rational number. Root 2 is a rational number. As you know children, every rational number, here I write from here, every rational number can be expressed like a by b. For example, here you see, since root 2 is a rational number, root 2 can be written as some a by b, right? Every rational number can be expressed in this form. It has a numerator and denominator. So a by b here means where a comma b are integers integers. Other rule is that children, here b is not equal to 0, here denominator should not be 0 children. If it is 0, it is infinite and it is undefined in mathematics. So here b should not be 0. And a very important thing children, here a comma b are co-primes. A comma b are co-primes. So here what is meant by co-primes? Co-primes means a and b, they do not have any common factor other than 1, because here 1 is a factor for all the numbers. So definitely 1 is common factor. So let us keep that case aside. So we can say that a and b do not have any other factor. See here at the end of this proof, we get that a and b, they have a common factor, none other than 2 itself. If you write, okay, if you take 3, root 3 is a rational number, there you will get it has a common factor, none other than 3. If you take for 5, it has a common factor, that is 5. So here let us see, now here we are taking a and b are co-primes, means we saying that means we just suppose, we are assuming that here a and b, they do not have any factors, right. Now here let us do squaring on both the sides. So on squaring both the sides, squaring on both the sides, we get that here root 2 square becomes 2, here this is a becomes a square, b becomes b square. Let us do cross multiplication. 2 times b square is equal to a square. Let us send 2 down, b square is equal to a square by 2. Here again you see children, you read this, here a square divided by 2, a square divided by 2. See here, let us enter a small concept, okay, which will give you full clarity. In English, especially while learning active voice and passive voice, you might be learning a small example children. That is what you know, Rama kills Ravana. Rama kills Ravana. Which voice is this? Active voice. So if we convert active voice into passive voice, what becomes here? Ravana. It is simple present tense. So is killed by, here subject Rama, right. See here, you observe here subject and object, here verb, subject here became like object, here object takes the place of subject. Same way here you just apply this logic to this current situation. Here you see a square is divided by 2, a square is divided by 2. See how I am writing here, Ravana is killed by Ravana. Rama, I am sorry, Ravana is killed by Rama. So here I am writing in place of Ravana, a square is not killed by 2, a square is divided by 2, a square is divided by 2, right. So let us make, this is passive voice, I am converting active voice. So here this 2 comes here, 2 divides here a square. Here you see this object becomes subject, subject becomes object. So it is in passive voice, I convert into active voice. So here a square is divided by 2 can be written as 2 divides a square. Hope you understand. So I am rubbing this children. So we can say here that 2 divides a square. 2 divides a square, because some children they may be okay getting confused, they will write a square divides 2. No children, that is 2 divides a square divided by 2. So 2 divides a square. And we have a theorem children, that is here 2 is a prime number. If any prime number divides any square number, then definitely that prime number divides that number also. Means here you see, if suppose if I say in place of 2 if I take p divides a square, then definitely p divides a also. It is a theorem children. So here 2 is a prime number. So 2 divides a square, definitely 2 divides a. 2 divides a, right. So let us take this case as equation number 1. So here we reach 2 divides a. Now we continue the further proof here. So here you see children, 2 divides a. Here you observe a square by 2. A square it went to ending. Here 2, it came forward. See, a square by 2 becomes 2 divides a square. Now here you see 2 divides a. This ending value will come first, means a by 2. Hope you understand. See here a square comes first, here it had been carried to last. So here a square becomes here, same way here a is at the ending, it will come first, children. So a by 2. 2 divides a means a by 2. In other words, you can say a is divided by 2. So a by 2. So let us take that a by 2 as some other alphabet other than a and b. So I am taking, let a by 2, okay, is equal to some other alphabet. Let us take that as c. Again you do cross multiplication. A is equal to 2c. Now you do again squaring on both the sides. Both the sides, we get that here a square is equal to 2 square is 4. This is c square. You just observe here, children. Here this one you just see. Okay, to not to get confused, let us take this as Roman number 1, this as ordinary number 1. Here you see, children, a square is equal to 2b square. Here a square equal to 4c square. So from 1 and 2, or else we can replace here in place of a square. Here in place of a square, I am writing 2b square, children. Here in place of a square, I am writing 2b square, because already we have from equation 1 a square equal to 2b square. So here I am writing in place of a square, I am writing 2b square is equal to 4c square, since from equation 1 it says that a square equal to 2b square. So now here let us send this 4 here down. So 2b square by 4 is equal to c square. Here let us do cancellation, 2 1 are 2 2 are. So here it becomes b square by 2 equal to c square. So I am writing c square is equal to b square by 2. Same logic here, children. You see a square by 2 I have written as 2 divides a square. So here b square by 2 means 2 divides b square. 2 divides b square. That means 2 divides b. 2 divides b. So this is Roman number 2. As here I don't have place, I am writing here, children. You just observe 1 and 2. 1 says that 2 divides a. 2 says that the same 2 divides b. That means, in other words, we can say a is divided by 2. That means here 2 is a factor of a. Same way 2 divides b, so 2 is a factor of b, right? Multiple means bigger number, factor means smaller number. For example, you see here 2 and 8. 8 is a multiple of 2, because 2 4s are 8. In reverse, 2 is a factor of 8. 2 is a factor of 8. Here 2 is a factor, smaller number is called factor. Here 8 is a multiple. So 8 is a multiple of 2, 2 is a factor of 8. So here you see 2 divides b square means 2 divides b means b is divided by 2. So here b is bigger number, so 2 is smaller number is called factor. Here also same 2 is smaller number. Therefore here from 1 and 2, from Roman number 1 and 2, we can say that 2 is a common factor. 2 is a common factor of a and b. 2 is a common factor of a and b. Now that's all, children. We came to the ending, but the thing is that here you see, observe clearly, 2 is a common factor of a and b. Here you just observe, children. Here earlier what did I say? A and b are co-primes. There clearly I said that they do not have, a and b do not have any common factor other than 1, right? But here what you got here, children? 2 is a common factor of a and b. That means other than 1, one more number is there, that is 2. So here what goes wrong here? We cannot say this is wrong, we should not rub it. Actually our supposition is wrong, right? Here we have supposed that root 2 is rational number. That is wrong, children. So here we have taken root 2 is a rational, that is wrong. So we can write here that 2 is a common factor of a and b. This is a contradiction. This is a contradiction. That a and b are co-prime. That a and b are co-primes. right? So this is a contradiction. Contradiction means something went wrong. Actually we have thought that root 2 is rational, but finally we came to know that that is wrong. That means here we can say that this is a contradiction, that A and B are co-primes. So our supposition is wrong. So our supposition is wrong. Our supposition is wrong. What is your supposition? Root 2 is a rational number, is wrong. So here you can write one more line, children. Here there is no place, so I will say orally, you please note down. So we can say that our supposition is wrong means root 2 is rational number is wrong. Therefore root 2 is an irrational number, hence proved. Okay children, so I think you might have observed, you might have understood clearly how to prove root 2 is an irrational number. The same question children, suppose if it is root 3, see here for your understanding I am just changing the values children. Those who are feeling difficulty, you need not to remember all the things children, just to keep the focus on the concept. So it will be very easy. Wherever 2 is there, you just replace 2 with 3. See here, if possible, suppose that root 2 is rational, here I am taking this as root 3. So here if possible, suppose that root 3 is rational. So here root 3 can be written as A by B. So root 3 can be written as A by B. Again squaring on both sides. Here you see root 3 square becomes 3. So here this will be 3 square, 3b square, right? 3b square. So here A square by 3, right? So here this 2 divides A square becomes 3 divides A square. 2 divides A becomes 3 divides A, right? Now 3 divides A, here A by 2 becomes A by 3. So here A is equal to 2C becomes A is equal to 3C. Here A square equal to 4C square, here you see 3 square is 9 children. So here this 4 becomes 9. Again here 2 becomes 3, 4 becomes 9, right? Here 2 becomes 3, 4 becomes 9. On cancellation, 3 1s are 3 3s are. So 3 into C square, or else here we can say it is B square by 2. So it is B square by 3, B square by 3. So here 2 divides B square becomes 3 divides B square. 2 divides B becomes 3 divides B. From 1 and 2, 3 divides A and 3 divides B. So 3 is a common factor of A and B, right? This is a contradiction, that A and B are co-primes. Our supposition is wrong. Our supposition is that root 3 is rational is wrong. Therefore root 3 is an irrational number. In the same way, if root 5 gives, you just replace 2 with 5. If root 7, you just replace 2 with 7. That's all children, very easy it is. Okay fine, just now we have seen how to prove root 2 is an irrational number and root 3 is an irrational number. I suggest everybody to make a small pause of this video and note down these questions. See, these are try yourself. Prove that root 2 is an irrational number, root 3 is an irrational number, root 5 is an irrational number, root 7 is also an irrational number. See, if you have good practice and good command over them, and soon we are going to start exercise 1.4, which is highly required these concepts. So hope so, everybody practice well, do well.